the highest structure raised by the hand of man. So said the New York Times when the Empire State Building opened in 1931. It opened as the Depression got underway. The building had the nickname of the Empty State Building. It was only a quarter full. That nickname, the Empty State Building, could have been used again last year when the pandemic hit.
Well, there was a ban on all non-essential workers from the entrance into office buildings. By the middle of March of 2020, to about 3.5% of the turnstile swipes into our buildings that we had in the year earlier period in 2019.
Were you surprised that more people didn't just hand back leases and finish it? Go out of business?
Let's put it this way. There was a lot of surprise in March, April, May of 2020. It was what we like to call the land of pivot and flex. Constant fluidity in the situation.
For 9 decades, the building has stood in the center of Manhattan, a defining feature of New York's burgeoning skyline.
It's bulletproof.
A $165 million renovation had just been completed when COVID arrived and tourism revenues went to zero. But the owners held their nerve, and in the spirit that this building was first conceived, they planned for the future.
Now to this building itself. Magnificent. The tourists are back.
The tourists are coming back, yes.
Are you ready for the bonanza that is about to arrive once the US opens up to pretty much Europe and those transiting through Europe?
I'll tell you, Richard, we are, and I'll tell you something else. What's really changed a lot is when we shut down, and we did shut down from March through July here at the Empire State Building, we rethought, first time ever, we'd already redeveloped $165 million redevelopment of the observatory attraction, but for the first time ever, we went to absolute zero and we rebuilt our business in a different way. We are at the center of it all. We are the center of New York City. There's an international recognition. It lives in the hearts and minds of everyone from 5- and 6-year-olds to 90-year-olds. And how does it happen?
The Empire State Building has appeared in many movies and TV shows.
It speaks to the concepts of hopes and dreams. Everybody has hopes and dreams. And this doesn't belong to one culture. It was built by many cultures. And it caught the fancy and the fantasy moment of the world.
It's 50 years since the Empire State was the tallest building in the world, but that doesn't matter, because today there are bigger, smarter, posher, taller buildings, but none quite like this. Richard Quest, CNN, at the Empire State Building in New York.